What was the difference in the last 16 minutes, in your opinion?
Oh, it's not my opinion. It's fact. We scored 12 points in 15 minutes to end the game. Give up 60 on the road to a team that averages 85 at home. Can't score, can't win. Troy and Gary are better players than they played like today. I got to do a better job coaching. Became a possession game, not a lot up and down. It's so hard to block them out. It's hard to get out in transition. At least it is for us. Most teams, though, they're second in the nation in rebound margin. But we're a lot of wide open shots, guys. It's hard to get the ball inside. They body you up. When you do, they were bodying up. Show your hands, but foul with your body. Show your hands, but foul with your body. And it affected Gary greatly, but he should be used to it. He's played him plenty of times. Got to do a better job coaching our post guys to finish, because they didn't double us for the most part. And then we just didn't knock down wide open shots, guys. I mean, you lose that game by 9, and I'm telling you, 10 to 15 horse shots. Not late when we had to take some harder ones. I'm talking about some wide open shots. They made them. We missed them. We lost. Both teams played really hard. We just didn't make enough open shots to win.
The sky is not falling.
No.
We had a 15-game win streak. We lose today, but you don't have a lot of time to dwell on this. I mean, you leave Tuesday to go on the road to play South Florida. What do you got to work on?
Oh, nothing. Nobody's reinventing the wheel this late in the season. I think today was very similar to the Butler game, where in the second half we scored 36 in the Butler game. I think it was 30-something into half. It was a tie game at half, where we just got out. We weren't tough enough in the second half. We let there's a thing that you try to get your team ready for in the NCAA tournament, is you can't be offensive sensitive. You start missing shots, you got to play better defense.
That's right.
You can't get offensive sensitive. We only had 5 second-half deflections. We were so worried about individually about missing a layup or missing an open shot. Our defensive energy dropped. Therefore, their shooting percentage went up, and we lost by 9. We tried to rally a few times, but you can't only play hard when you make shots. And if you were to ask me what I was disappointed most in today, that would be it. From a couple of our veteran guys, really, really disappointed in that with a couple of those guys. And points off turnovers just was the difference in the game. We don't turn the ball over. We turned it over. 12s, for some people you say, well, 12's not that many. For us, it's a lot.
You don't win a lot of games when you shoot 26% in the second half, and they shoot 62.5%.
Well, in my opinion, they're one of the best 15 teams in the country.
We said the same.
And they're at home.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to shoot the ball better than we did in the second half to win the game. We shot it worse as the game went on. Right now Troy's in a bad place mentally. I saw it. He took a shot to open the game and missed it. His second attempt, he didn't want to shoot it, and then nobody closed out on him. So he finally said, "I have to. It's embarrassing. I got it," and he barely hit the rim. So it's going to be hard to win with that happening. It's going to be really hard to win. And 4 years I've been on him about mental state. That I'm not a coach. I'm a coach that's hard on my guys to compete. Hard on them to play as a team. I'm hard on them to be a good person. I'm hard on them to look people in the eye. And the things you should be hard on them for, to try to teach them right from wrong. Because I don't care if they transfer. I'm going to do it our way. I don't let kids just act the way they shouldn't act, just so I can win games. But I will tell you this: I'm not hard on you if you miss shots. I'm hard on you if you don't shoot again. Or if you let it bother you, I'm hard on you.
That's right.
Because you can't live that way. You can't be a good player that way. So he has got to look in the mirror and realize that he's got to quit being afraid to fail. He's letting one miss for him is sending him into a place mentally where it ends up as 5 misses. And I got to get him out of that. It's been a fight with him his whole career, really. he's too conscientious of a kid. Gary's the same way, to be quite honest with you.
You got 6 games to go. Traditionally, you take the approach where at this point you want them fresh and you want them making shots. And so they have to continue to your staff does a great job of getting the nutrition that they need, getting the rest and the exercise that they need. But it's going to come down to making shots. You still have a chance to win this conference and be the outright winner. But it's going to take some adjusting as far as energy, because we talked about it during the game. I just thought the energy level wasn't there defensively. And I thought when you guys go into your hyper mode defensively, you create turnovers, you create deflections, you create energy, and I just didn't see it.
Well, you saw it early when we were making shots.
Yes.
We were extremely offensive sensitive today. Extremely. When that ball didn't go in, it changed our attitude. It changed our body language. And I've been saying this about this team. Hey, look, we're 22-3, man.
That's right.
But look, as a coach, you're trying to tell your team, what do you got to get better at? What's your Achilles heel? And you've heard me on this show over and over talk about you can't try to shoot your way to victory. You got to get down and dirty and scrap your way to victory. And we couldn't do it today. And part of getting down and dirty is getting, I said it the other night against Central Florida. Kevin Johnson got down and dirty and made 2 big shots to start that second half to get that game back to a double-figure game. That's part of getting down and dirty too. You got to have enough fortitude to go knock one in. I thought it would have been a totally different game if Gary Clark could have finished around the basket, because it would have made them. If they stopped helping mostly off of Jacob Evans and the perimeter shooters, because when they went to play Gary one-on-one, he didn't finish. He didn't finish. 3 or 4. They went on a little run making shots, and so I went inside to him like 2 times, 3 times in a row. He just didn't finish. And it's not like he's not trying to finish, right, but their physicality bothered him a little bit. And I'm just giving you the X and O's of what happens when that happens, and it's hard to get guys open on the perimeter. And then he lets it affect him a little bit. It's hard to get Kyle the ball deep because he's not a ducking guy. He's a guy that tends to, in a game like this, he gets pushed off the post. Mm-hmm. He's not adept at getting deep position, so it's harder to get him the ball in deeper. But at the end of the day, guys, we had our chances. Let's be honest. If you're watching this game, and we had plenty of chances to make some open shots, to put the ball in around the basket, to get to 60 points. That being said, I agree with your energy statement, but it's got nothing to do. Trust me, this team is not overworked or overpracticed.
No, I didn't think that. Yeah, and
I can promise you that. If anything, maybe we're under, but it just happens to every team. To be honest with you, when you don't make shots, you tend to, you tend to lose a pep in your step. You don't turn up the heat quite as much. And that's really, what happened in this game.
Well, I appreciate your time. I know this is something that you have to take it and chop it up and see where you can get better from it. But
it's a good experience for our team.
It's a great experience, especially the young ones.
We hadn't had this since we played at Butler. They were extremely, extremely physical today. And I don't say that. Again, officials didn't impact the game. I just say that is the way the game was played. And we weren't physical enough to get what we wanted around. You can't. Here's the deal: when you get 10 points in the paint and you only make 6 free throws, it's hard to win, baby. It's hard to win. It's hard to score points if you only get 10 points in the paint and 6 free throws. We weren't tough enough to get the ball where we needed to get it, and we paid the price today because the only way we were going to win was to make the perimeter shots that we just couldn't make in the second half.
Coach, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You got it.
Again, the final was 60-51 in favor of SMU. We'll take our last